20 years. It's longer than some of you have even been alive. Yes, I've been playing COD since 2005. In fact, I've been gaming for even longer than that. I'm 38 years old, and in gaming terms, I'm an old man. I'm ancient, right? So I was curious, what would happen if I just disabled aim assist in Call of Duty? We all know one of the biggest complaints about COD is how easy it is to play. Aim assist does all the work for you. If you play on controller, you're basically cheating. Controller on PC is basically legal aimbot. It's all I've known for this long, but can I adjust without it? This first fight with a pistol was a little rough, but my random teammates took care of the rest. Maybe with a shotgun up close it wouldn't be too hard to compete, but Rebirth as a map forces a lot of close range engagements, so I'm assuming this is going to be rough regardless. I'm not sure how I won this fight after the guy hiding had already broken my plates before I even got any shots in.
Oh, there you are. How?
Maybe he ran out of ammo? Or maybe this wouldn't be as bad as I thought. These longer range shots with my loadout AMAX did feel very rough, but we push in and catch these two guys off guard. At this point I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we can do this. But I was very wrong.
Shoot him, teammate! You're pinging, shoot! Urge to kill is rising. I can't believe this loadout's safe. What the? He's ghosted. He's ghosted.
Rebirth can be extremely punishing, particularly when you cannot regain on your loadout weapons over and over again.
Shut the fuck up, what the?
Ah, man, you can't. Oh.
We made it to late game with 5 eliminations and very distracting random teammates, but there were some okay signs. I mean, how did I really expect this to go? Many would consider me to be just an average player. Sure, I can hold my own, but I'm never going to compete in tournaments, and by now, surely my reactions are slower than the YY TikTok demons who consistently play every day, especially on Rebirth. Could the next game be different? The short answer to that, no. Absolutely not.
Ran out of ammo because I can't hit my shots. Hit less shots than me!
Some of these fights were terrible.
Oh, sniper! I've got no aim assist. I need help. Are they the same team?
To be honest, I'd be confident in all of these scenarios with aim assist on.
Oh. Guns. Definitely wasn't AFK.
The adjustment is huge, and when you're fighting people with aim assist on, they always have an advantage, even if they're bad players.
Terminator skin, sweat! Nothing I can do there. Oh, I'm on TikTok now. LC10 meta.
Maybe the answer is to be smarter with our fights and catch more people off guard, rather than a straight up gunfight.
Guy's using a crossbow?
Revive me. Hey, ping. Revive. Number 2.
I don't know what you're saying.
See the fucking pussy. The pussy teammate.
We managed to get in the late game, and maybe with a squad with comms and who actually land back properly, we could have had a better performance and gotten a win. But it's almost impossible to rely on randoms to have your back in the best of times.
Oh my god. What's on the roof?
And you can see here just how hard it is to adjust quickly to fast movements during close range gunfights, overcorrecting, losing visibility, and just general bad aim against a decent player.
It's hard to beat that.
But can someone get better at controller with no aim assist? I'd love to know what you think about that in the comments. I personally think you can. To take away a mechanism that I've used for so long is rough, particularly whilst I'm fighting others who have aim assist turned on. So what could we do? In this next game, I tried solos. I wanted to fight people individually now. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, regular solos has been taken out of the playlist, so we had to rely on casual solos. Yes, I know it's not the best test of skill, but we needed the regain even against AI. And this did pose a few questions. Is it possible to have a good game without aim assist? Have I had enough reps? Is 1 hour enough practice to start actually being able to hit my shots? Or would this be another spectacular and embarrassing failure? If I die to AI, I might have to retire. And what happened next kinda surprised me.
Oh yes. Let's try this. Alright. A little bit rough. Yeah, I thought I'd try no aim assist. It's like, I don't know how much people rely on aim assists or how much they realize they do. It's just the subtle movements. If someone strafes a little bit, you got to track it manually, and it's not something you're used to doing because you don't need to, but you do get used to it, I feel like. I think that was a real person. Shit.
Let's remember the AI have changed slightly this season, so the behavior becomes a little less predictable than last season. Now they slide around, they can use buy stations, and they shoot a bit differently. So in a few fights, it was getting harder to tell if I was fighting somebody real or just slightly better AI.
See, strafing, because I'm used to strafing, doesn't, I mean, it does a little bit to make people miss their shots, but it doesn't do enough to help you hit yours. That's the main AA thing.
In general, long range like this felt a little too off for tracking, and very close range is very dangerous. I lose track of opponents very easily, and it's definitely easier to get cameraed.
Okay.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Oh my god. Okay. Long range chalked. Dude. We'll take your C9. People around here. One person around here at least.
Medium range with an AR, I felt pretty comfortable early on. That is, of course, until I died.
That was a real person. There's a person behind me I was about to get cover for. I didn't realize look at that aim assist. Did you see that?
Here you can see just how noticeable the aim assist was in my opponent's shots. It's pretty obvious the tracking of my slide is aim assist. Speaking from this new experience, being that accurate isn't impossible, but it's definitely hard to do. Next up in my first gulag, this was probably AI, but the way it slid in towards me, it's very obvious you can't just ADS and shoot without aim assist, like many of us are used to doing. The opponent slid past my shots and I just lost all sight of them.
You don't even have to try to break my camera.
This is probably one of the reasons keyboard and mouse players hipfire a lot, and the elite controller players, and something I've been trying to be more wary of doing, more just in general, just to get better in close range gunfights. When we talk about controller and aim assist, we inevitably compare it to the experience of mouse and keyboard players. What we need to remember is that simply using your thumb on a stick can be extremely challenging and limited in comparison to what you can do with a whole arm or hand. Being able to flick, stop instantly and pull down to control recoil is different on mouse and keyboard, compared to a thumbstick where you need to reset your thumb back to center, otherwise you're constantly overcorrecting. And taking those milliseconds to reset do count. Not to mention needing to do micro adjustments with just your thumb. It explains why aim assist exists in the first place. Now, aim assist in Call of Duty is definitely strong. Too strong in a lot of ways. But it needs to exist in some form. I have never and will never say that it's in a good spot for this game because I don't think it has been. It's been way too strong for far too long, and I guess for good reason. The casual. I'd be interested to see how well people would adjust to having a weaker aim assist, or if it would be too much of a struggle, and how differently a lot of these fights would go.
I feel like I can't slide into fights the way I kind of want to.
To say it again, I'm an average player, and with a lot of practice, I think I could get used to comfortably playing without aim assist over time, but only on a level playing field. The ability of people's shots to just stick to you while you strafe, but unable to do the same, makes it almost impossible when real people shoot back. And that should be an eye-opener to everyone, how much the game works for you. We controller players aren't as good as we think, but of course that's not to say there are levels to it. So despite my setbacks, I'd made it to the end game. Now, it was a battle of wits. The theory is that the AI in the game will die off in circle 5, and you're only left with real opponents. Whether that's completely accurate or not, I'm not too sure.
I don't have a gas mask. Oh, I can't take that high ground up there. I can't go up that hill, can I? Shit. I don't like this. Oh, diggity dog. If I get sniped at, I'm dead. Can't see this. I can't see it. Apparently zone 5 all the bots despawn, that's why the player count dropped to 12. You think? I'd argue that that guy was a bot, that guy was AI. That guy's hitting a roto, he's dying in gas. Oh, there he is. Where's the other guy? I knew it, I knew it. I thought he was gonna be like, look at this guy in the high ground. Smart. I thought he'd be down on the right somewhere hiding, but...
So with 24 limbs and pretty close to a win, I thought it was still a pretty solid game. But now let's ramp it up a little. I'd like to fight more people in quads. Just to be clear once again, I'd consider myself an average player. And I don't normally try solo quads. But it is casual, so would it really be that bad? I make no apologies for being in this mode, okay? In my opinion, casual mode is just made for people who want to have a relaxing time or try guns or tactics you probably couldn't get away with in regular games. Just like this. I know these plays are terrible and my decision making is erratic.
All bounty targets KIA. Well done.
Would I normally just hop out of a car to challenge people without cover in a real match like this? No, probably not. It's definitely a pitfall of playing too much casual mode, picking up bad habits. But for the point of trying to be able to win gunfights without aim assist, or hitting shots in general, I just got to do it. I just got to get into the engagements, even if it's dumb. Look, playing without aim assist, it's fun, but it's hard to compete. If everybody was operating under the same conditions, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But is that because I don't have a terrible gaming sense? Like, I do understand the fundamentals of how to play Call of Duty. It's not like I'm completely clueless and completely suck at the game. Plus, I'm the type of person, I'm curious by nature in understanding what I can do to get better after failures and setbacks. I stand by the idea that a player on mouse and key would absolutely be better than a controller player without aim assist in pretty much all situations. The different limitations of each raw input is just undeniable. But controller versus controller, if everyone didn't have aim assist or it was much weaker, I think the difference in skill level between players would definitely stretch out. There are some games in which this is the case, but Call of Duty players seem to just know Call of Duty only. Some people would adjust and a few would probably get better. And it would be more rewarding to actually get better. But you have to remember the people out there who just wouldn't get better. And obviously, most people would just get infinitely worse. Whether that's for a lack of trying, not having the time, or just simply not having the hand-eye coordination, most people just wouldn't play if they continuously got slammed. And that might also unfortunately be me making an unwanted case for skill-based matchmaking to exist, but that's a discussion for another day. Maybe changing response curves, sensitivities, and other settings could help. All I did was turn aim assist off. I didn't change anything else about my setup. Overall, we did get a few 20+ elimination games in solo quads. It was in casual though, so I'm not getting too excited, but I think it is possible to do okay, all things considered. If you're a controller player, how do you think you'd go without aim assist on? It might be interesting to play some more games without aim assist until we have a good time and a good game in a regular public match. For me, I have an appetite for trying these things. It is a game after all, and I have fun trying different ways of playing it. So what else would you like to see on the channel? If you've made it this far, I want you to know I appreciate you. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. It would really help a ton. My name is Mingers, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.